Hello, Nidin Ediswella. Eba ne ma ho asem dia. And yes, sometimes I told you say yet nas in ye dream ye ho.
Enyimde, emesiafo ye wo ye no dodo a. Dementi ehwo behia pa dead any day na ye behia na yezi ye ho nkomo.
Ye issues no dia dozo. Efri fie, ekwa edwumem, ekwa asore.
Die na opese ye nka ho asem ma o. Eya apomu den, za ofa ye na abrabon, za ofa ye na namuntu ho. Efie nsensem, sikasem. Edien be mampemu agro. Nini na ye ka ho asem ma o.
Ensane santi na shi dwumedie na aba ama emma no. Ememe, amore mfi mo so mo de ewom.
Yeton safo de enye ne betena shi dwumezi no do na yezi ye ho nkomo ama ye na abrabon no wetumpon na waye felso ama fofor baba bebisa ho asem.
Yetena sese ma yedidi ye ho nkomo efa aware ho yedidi ye ho nkomo efa yesikasem ho yetena se ayesan so adwendwen ye ho kwan befa so abatan obetumi amare wejuma ene wo fie
dementi ino obo no wo twempem oye wukude biara Wednesday yeton safo de enye ne betena shi dwumezi no do
ene Ocean 1 TV live every Wednesday 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So wonni fie so kwa na me ha ho Facebook e was so live 8:30 p.m. Wednesdays na
on the She Show. Oh, the She Show. Ladies chat room.
She? She. The ladies chat room. It's all about us. Oh, ya mamu akwaba eba enenwumeshi dwumedie no eso. Last week nyame ye yadoma ye di 1 year big celebration e Elmina Beach Resort. Ye da nyankopon ase. Ene nso biom ya se hye mo Ocean 1 Studios a na ne nkomo na ne ye bo no. Ene ya ye wo hin na ye special guest. Ye be bo nkomo, e ma nkomo. But this time around in the topic no it's containing things are efa bema ho efa oba ho human beings as a general topic. We are going to talk about personality. Now, as I said last week, so you did Father's Day. Last Sunday, you trained me. You person you can about something small about parenting. I ever call into personality now. You can who asem no. Into you person be same. You person you try who same. You ever say about better also. Hello, Nidin Ediswella. Eba ne ma ho asem dia. And yes, sometimes I told you say yet nas in ye dream ye ho.
Enyimde, emesiafo ye wo ye no dodo a. Dementi ehwo behia pa dead any day na ye behia na yezi ye ho nkomo.
Ye issues no dia dozo. Efri fie, ekwa edwumem, ekwa asore.
Die na opese ye nka ho asem ma o. Eya apomu den, za ofa ye na abrabon, za ofa ye na namuntu ho. Efie nsensem, sikasem. Edien be mampemu agro. Nini na ye ka ho asem ma o.
Ensane santi na shi dwumedie na aba ama emma no. Ememe, amore mfi mo so mo de ewom.
Yeton safo de enye ne betena shi dwumezi no do na yezi ye ho nkomo ama ye na abrabon no wetumpon na waye felso ama fofor baba bebisa ho asem.
Yetena sese ma yedidi ye ho nkomo efa aware ho yedidi ye ho nkomo efa yesikasem ho yetena se ayesan so adwendwen ye ho kwan befa so abatan
ubetumi amare we dwuma ene wo fie the menti ino obo no wo twempe mu oye wo kude biara Wednesday yet on Saturday enye ne bet na shi dwumezi no do ene Ocean 1 TV live every Wednesday 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So wonni fie so kwa na me ha on Facebook e was so live 8:30 p.m. Wednesdays na on the She Show. Oh yeah, the She Show. Ladies chat room. She the ladies chat room. It's all about us.
So mama akwaba to send ya kind no ye di Father's Day Sunday no nti before we go into your main topic for today I say you can be kakrai fa papa for ho nti me guest I wa has in them say na special guest nti me nkofo as usual we have Dorothy ewo efiha we have Doc Abna nso ewa ha o the dog in the mini food in ho da we have another dog
omo person mo kan dog no ma she na say dog
oh dabi serious one main dog another dog nso ha Anita Paddy you are all welcome guys. Thank you. And then a special guest like I said it's yet girls discussion papa ne life to sing. How do you have like relationship with your father? How is it like?
As for my father, he's my personal person.
Personal person.
I am my uncle. It's rather unfortunate. He passed away.
Oh, Papa, are you married?
Oh, I'm married. My father was my friend when he was alive. And
okay.
Although he's not here, I just miss time now. No, my energy. There was never a time we went to school at Papa me and school fees. He always paid our school fees in advance and always made sure that we were comfortable. And to me, I didn't know that if your father is not around until he died, I felt the pain until now. When I lack something, the pain is still fresh in my heart. And the fathers are very special people and they play a very pivotal role in our lives. So when ni papa, what's a mere mobile? And your papa won't go no to my papa. Other people can play the fatherly role in your life, and irrespective of who they are, you have to appreciate them as your father. So,
although obi there or say oh papa or no papa any re. Tell us about your dad.
Okay, say papa friend Kosaki. Ko na your friend. Eka ko na ni tima na dedo opiska. Because us there. Papa said obi a obada obabeje. Ebusa fun papa said awa baba there babeje friend as in babeje ma woro say babeje Costa. Can you imagine?
Oh, come on, me sister.
Also Costa.
Hey.
Are you sure there on pedo be release? No, pedo release. My father is my friend, like she said. I mean, we are bodies. There was a time at your chapel, Obi, brother be or from or coming in because of how he felt I was too close with my dad. Into or coming in, I felt it, but okay, Papa said, Jamaica
or Jerusalem.
Mankasano. I think that growing up, na ye Mr. Afunkotin, I mean, me pain, Mr. Afun painful. What happened was, me fortunate. Mankada me fortunate because fortunate today, my papa or my end, that the kind of love that Miss Yamba na ye here, because I don't know how life would have been if looking at baby Gini fee, you know. Sanka yengat me that kind of attention from my dad that so many things would have happened. And see me kay bua ofi mpape fi adwuma ba no say ohene ba say nya te ka no popepen na papa na ba no dey steady wona ka for book na rusua because of baba ka de ohene ba na ne papa ti asio na che das bibi a chezibri ba na ebi so boss obofopa na che de odo baba to dey te book mu and so bofu baba na sent book mu za cha was abo. It's not a competition, and he will always created that kind of competition. We're always zealous to learn. And see now, I shall say in my primary school days, no, in fact, I think because of my father, they be me rub shoulders with the guys in my school.
Okay.
Until there's more chance. More chance. You get it? More chance. You know, my dream away. I'm Papenta.
I feel Matthias.
Say me ko Anita so. Say obi a share ni papa, you will be the last person. Me na me bisa questions. Me comedy.
Oh, we ask you.
Inti Anita, tell us about your dad. When your papa relationship and I'm to say.
The Paddy man.
Yes, Mr. Paddy.
Oh, it was okay. Sisabna, unfortunately, I okay. Although no, but we were just kids when he left us to be with Onosone Papa. So, but I remember those times, you know, or baby, at least town running there is assured. So the little, I know I was a daddy's girl. So, yes.
I think it's
daddy's girl.
They cast on in there. Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was a daddy's girl. But my mother played a daddy. So I am still my daddy's girl. My daddy mommy girl.
Daddy, mommy, who had that?
Typical dadaba.
Everything shows. Okay, so since we are still celebrating fathers, I really didn't want to talk about mine, but maybe I can't. Maybe Kakra. Fortunately for me, you know, my dad is still alive. Like we have,
two against.
Competition.
But there's
there is so much.
But I also had, in fact, I have a good daddy. Someone only be crying our friend in the die times. He tries to make it available. Make I say the Father's Day, say my friend and a papa me wishing and all that, and or sending me message be say, are we really speaking the truth, or are we really like meaning the words to say we appreciate now? And I'm say words can't describe. We are grateful. Say time, like someone said, they never stacked us for school fees. He will make sure say every time the things he is supposed to do as a father.
But sometimes not they never do stacking school fees. Go say, "Boy, I'm coffee no
coffee." But fathers have really played the role. Because I'm more SHSA. Like you're saying, sometimes you be a school kind. Papa we. On your information class say yes some a reopening day or not say. I remember he put me on a bus straight to Takrady. When people were still at home now, they were saying yes it will be a school this day. So on this day you should just be in the school on the school compound. No matter when go for you to now what? And he didn't joke with education at all, and we thank God like Amaya who we are today. So we are celebrating our
and I make them school now water crisis. And fortunately now I'm in school no oben salt one Cape Coast is long way. And my daddy every week also gallons of water as a Bemu school.
Well, yes, also that about
Nanka. You know, at that point I didn't really appreciate it much because not Unkofunya wasn't for parcels. I don't know a parcel like parcel. Now I'm a gallon. This one is just bringing gallons. 1 for 10 cedis per oh mama ya water shack e obeka the water shack is down in rain nsu nyo bi anyizu awe won so na chichebi. But I think that was a good thing, was just to make sure that you are comfortable at least onyam njejudu bebre. I mean one brodo enwazin bom ebu o wa say nne ye bare kako obi enzi eyibia wa hade. We need to, you know, because they also believe that there are times or there you know, so they create that situation for you so that how you can manage it and all that. So I think
we celebrate our fathers. In fact, God bless you all. Those resting in eternity, may you continue to rest in eternity. We wouldn't be here walking shoulders and talking about things and educating people out there. We thank God for their lives. But you know, submissions, now though you mentioned say because of Papa they were no more it's made you rock shoulders with the guys in school. I think that it has built you up in a certain way. Me skewing it down to your topic for today on the personality. In the say I said Dorothy Sakia, she has a certain person. her personality is this, that. Is it based on Nia Papa edit share and all that? I think that as we discuss, we are going to go into it. Let's move into personality. Doc, let me come to you first. You can't personality. Why didn't Chelsea?
In the also what do they?
Oh, so I'm not gonna share odd color.
I will never write. Into my baby, I was
brightest and best.
Personality, it basically talks about who you are, like more bonipa we are, like what you stand for. So if you say Abna, who is she? What are her strengths, her weaknesses? Like what are some of the things she will tolerate? She say Obiana star oti, Obiana sa nyankopon bo no. And Obiane, the environment you grew in, it influences your behavior, and your behavior plus your experience and all the things you're exposed to makes up your personality. Things don't work in vacuum. So imagine you were raised in a residential area. You won't go about shouting in public if you really you allowed your environment to influence it. As compared to someone who, excuse me, say, grew in a marketplace. We are not saying marketplace here, baby bunny, but that place, if you want to talk to the next person, you have to shout. And see, shouting becomes your personality when you want to communicate. As compared to someone who is pro, like what it's in, when they do a 1 year, also what it's in. So there are different personalities, as I say, and basically as you, your environment, your parents, your upbringing, your education, everything adds up to make you who you are. As I sit here right now, I wasn't like this when I was born. It's through the influence of my parents, the schools I went to, the people I met. I can say that, oh, but first, Nanka,
I just say personality changes.
It changes with time, especially if you allow yourself to be changed. It doesn't work automatically. Like, the change will come if you allow yourself to be changed. And they say, whatever I did now, I don't know. But teacher and the watcher, so life and its experiences influences our personality somewhere or the other. So you can be a quiet person, but if every day you surround yourself with noisy people, very soon you also start being noisy. But if you are very noisy and where you go, like maybe if in there could be alcohol, or be at why you come fancy call school be not were transferred by Wesley girls will be a lady. It took you crossing everybody will know you. So you too when you go.
Okay, that's
it. So many things influence our personality.
Anita, anything to share?
It said Abna kind of, but now my person made the count say personality say ye bibia a free mono. Sooner or by Unipa by and then no personality. The Biana can say Pempino say she our Hanum say a Hanum card they say it's a friends and I share. Yeah, fast already them. Yes, she has already them. Obia spirit sorry them. Into at that point in your personality, no.
We are all pretending.
Yeah, most of us we are wearing masks. But personality is when you have unmasked yourself. Where you mask ne free when you need to cook women. Send I would say and personality. The pabain will soon know by no. Say me dear me peminema say and I made hey. Oh boy, hey, by your share to say, as I or yet to say in and that is one side of the personality. I can say the ideal you. And they are the real you, which is when you have taking Sanema winning away. Now we share Okukwem, send a Bible can say, as a man thinketh, so is seen. It is I think it near you. And no never personality.
I do you near if you are owning them go for
package.
Because no, I have to say, oh, baby, you are governed by rules and regulations. So you want to go by that. And see, say necessarily it's socially acceptable ways. So I am like that. That is me. But when I go, anything I'm comfortable to make, I say, come Sunday no power they train me kwa so yaba. The real them they or the real neighbor na wo be ni persona oye no.
Okay. Odo. Also personality issues.
That work na yaka. It's personality na the work the I do you.
From discussions I got so me to me I say some personality like some traits are ye to me as a person ye to me like ye to me nya and I been so where it's in like
like some of the things are inherited. If your father or your mother is quick-tempered, you don't have to learn how to be quick-tempered. Like endogenous, like it's in your genes. Like you've been cloned with it. Because most of the babies, when they are hungry, if you don't give them the breast milk immediately, they will start crying. And if you are not careful, they no finish in because no boy food. But be another papa.
That age.
Yes.
Say I had to say biologically your makeup. You inherited chromosomes from your mother, chromosomes from your father, and it's in the blood. Idea, me, and I may be amao, and no before phones where you be amount into what make a cow or papa kakra. But as you grow up, no nap a senior abnakayan environment in a shape you. It's not say your co school, na say your fast school ni musana. Senior yet tenor, ye go sutesa. But the school ni fire more, we become polished.
Certainly, I'm in telling school for one, sorry for one as a Chinese.
As a Chinese said, by interaction with other people, no, you learn certain things. You find a SS boarding house. Your time for everything. Siren chimes for activity there. Into a chill
when to wake up,
your time.
Yes, to go time management, any way of life. Say, as I say, what barrier say, unye
anything anyhow.
Even in one crowd, they live with purpose. So they are teaching us how to live with purpose. Into time way, young girl, young man are winning. As I say, what sorry. Prana obe pra wa pra yebeko assembly into that time you're sharing how to live our lives in 24 hours and how to maximize hours na no and no na school na fa but obi wo ho no ma sorry
rising bell not that
no
just why na dream say do you tia no ti on say school ni be chere
into onipa sa no most of the times you be wie school no na wan share dem baby papa bia ebi wo hon ma ye be force na dey asho em fam say essence but in the university who wakes you up obi enya no and that is why people come to university and they live and they are just like that obi wo book no na we try na wa pass you say or your degree graduate
so home sense is no book sense
yeah see why ni na wa wie o ye graduate ye who graduate na kra wo
into the way I can even though you can say the environment shapes us it been so why you the way but I realize that we are different people obi the way I can be a very quick tempered obi so the same situation that means you are different personalities and I don't know what are some of the types of personalities that give it to me aboboso
I don't know you can ever say a temperament because who exhibit or personality into be your temperament and be your personality be how you are exhibiting it be your temperament into say na can you know what acquire from your father your mother into nature nature no you won kophobia one group I mean say they are there any na any yes sanguines
is
it in the makeup na fe ya be yin ma and then make us say you dey nkomo
psychology
and they are about you
it's ye ka sanguines na omo no e from blood moja we say moja so we hu obi a when you accident that she say na moja ne cash out and the force be sana nkofo no muso banti omo ni so ye hye sanguines
okay
omo ni so ye hye de bia omo life no mo living in na ye fun Yenko no energy. They are so full of energy. Yes, so person or party ne ye pan nya sanguine wo partners. No me MC say ya ma parties the programs the pa. Into no like carefree. Me dey na say here and now meninje. Madam
after that time never.
They don't really care. But they have a good sense of humor. Most of the times, people love to be around them. But say a banner, say any decisions, any idea.
And why?
Because only time for
they make hasty. They are so impulsive. Hasty decisions. It's a long-term decisions, major life decisions. It's a challenge to them because of nature, suba insanity. And only the environment be shapey kakra, but they are saturated. E wo ho no ma wo nipa na wo say o nipa we de e weka so hyperactive. Ne to into maintenance fa ko.
It is who put to them.
How do you manage?
Yes.
Then as I say, as a family, you need to make decisions. You need to move on in life.
No, but say obisa no. Ye guso kika ba na enu ama we say sanguine, any sanguine warrior e be yedin. It is a memete sa na me kunu te sa ye man e bebre. Because say into me international in fact decision. It's either say baako e be say baako she baako so. Because obade because on now you homemaker. So you have to come up with something. But you are also helping somebody to pair the decision of the person and our boy. And this is a person that own to me making decision. Into where they are.
Also open terms with
person compati me so person me compati ye na ye person into ye man ebre. Na ya ba cholerics no. Cholerics ne omo a they are goal oriented. Most of the time so omo ye good leaders, ye form as leaders. Because I hope say a juma titru that type of people. Omodie say a beya if it must be done, it must be done well. Say a beya nkoso beba productivity obenyo mo hono. Another side, the bad side of them is they are domineering. Entity say only omo juma. Now won't say so you don't share the same traits. They be asked almost share so they suffocate you. Because speed no more person you don't have it. It's I say omo show so. Omo easily angered. Omo pia na won kwa.
Omo cry me bufu na baby na me me.
Because
na imagine there I will yes sangwa na kwa work choleric being. Ancho bro. Na we dey pay us men pay na na sister. Mr. Tina
me dey adwin by your fa adwin enye your say ha party.
Hey, and
the many na nema say warrior say you pay attention to, but unfortunately in the system no
I think I
know about the top.
But I think naturally, I think with one or two things, naturally, I think God has his own way of bringing the opposites together.
Yes. And it is something that is natural. Say ne about melancholics. Melancholics we call them the moody type. They are that calm, gentle, deep thinkers. They are very analytical. Kasi yenye say ya obe jump to you. As I say, or drinking. They don't like take risk. So what was it's somebody or no sani pan be delay. It means that the person is either a sanguine or a choleric. Because or no was speed, but when you need speed, phlegmatics, so they don't have the speed. Most of the times you see them as the lazy people. But almost in chrophobia, when they take a decision, they project into the future. Into ansana obe take step no nim baby echo. So they are slow, but when they resume the speed, that level odo obekono. Okra one down dream. Because whatever they are thinking about, omomo share that more than Sisiano. While these two groups, better Sisia yen say we muso kode na omo beshe no yenfa one at a time. Ye say ni say ya say ne beba they are not risk takers. The last two people, melancholics and phlegmatics, they hardly take risks.
And they say look nearby no money be.
And then no
Men's
more.
good.
You already found they're saying, yo, yeah, doesn't mean that we are classified under.
Say a risk taking. Men's go.
Yeah, sanguines, for instance, they are very adventurous. Or more there, experiments in this anime or more. But when also there, it will take time before they even make a step. And when they make a step, because they are very analytical, it goes a long way to help them.
Very sure before they go.
And most of the time, they advise, they say, oh, yes, sanguine. It's good you marry a phlegmatic. And that's why you're choleric, marry a phlegmatic. Oh, yes, sanguine, marry a melancholic.
It's 2 against 2.
And the way more necra speed, the sanguine choleric cra that energy, and a way more necra energy. When they are not interested in something, it's difficult getting them into a. But when they are also interested in something, they come all out. They are very loyal people. Melancholics are very loyal people. We say, "Omo sheda nyen namfu bebre." So they are very loyal to the few they keep. And phlegmatics, for instance, they are people pleasers. Because of their slowness and man, they're always there for you to cover up for you. At least obe appreciate you by what they will do for you. And that is them too.
I think that you know, you're not doing it, but seriously, even your elections, you be elect any leaders, you be elect
all these things should come to play.
You need to think about some of these things.
Who in the market, Sebi, understands nyama ya yabobo so yanzo ha say medwin akufado ye say amama ye say ntimi ko futi sa no hwe woni ye nyama wo ya ma no na
bona wo
na no be benefit no
but we should go beyond boshe say akano bosha ye botuma tra hye bo akasa na mom na nye no nye asame. So I think we need to get conscious about them obey yembre, because obey we especially when they are our leaders obey we where say akofesa ngwan do ye leader and Jaman Cotin, yes,
another thing is our can say sanguines and cophobia, they hardly save. Who said they their life is full of pleasure? You know, a bend they are even in the baby now, Beko and Yema in your China, you know. But one thing that I say, yeah, taking notice of it. Onipa baako and near baako pe. Like to say mean to me melancholic in kwa.
Okay.
Because ebia me mama na ne melancholic traits and my papa was sanguine traits. It's mefa we kakra. And as I grow environments in it, ebesa mama another part ebe sesa never inti nipa baako betumi aye 3 betumi aye 4 ni nana.
Wow. But I could be dominate.
Baako na be dominating. Baako be dominating pan.
Is there a way of checking who will be out? Betumi a check sen pa your way and now.
You have to observe the best. Say you relate the way you relate.
Me why na me because me who be a me.
Oh, but they are test. Yeah, test or hono ma they check it for.
But say okay say phlegmatic so bo hu so na mkra hu so we slow. We you wakasa kana.
Oh, there are some people are natural. Baako dominate so much that say na can hu omo pe hu say o we there or hono. But sanema wena because nipa baako into me nye baako netin. Now we don't share down focusing on the sanguines. Yeah. Movie to if you shame bebre aba and e ho ne ya be hu say nipa baako into me nye baako. You become more. So if you become more, then you go on a long stretch. Like you make us wake kakao ni amani din fofo.
Okay.
And say no so wo.
And it's anymore.
Yeah, nama say what me show pa. Na say only nkofo na mo hu nipa ko na wo to me e diagnose no say oh yeah we. They will say you hu. And we have a list of people.
Exactly. Some say they are bon come now. So I observe into the phone show na watch.
I don't know so be kan set. The
phone show.
And say na can say you ever started with the Oh, you're trying to say a friend ocean.
Okay.
Send a
Ocean
one. I take ocean one for come and shut down Joe. If you have a church or ocean, it's the far owner. You see openness to experience. Yeah, that group of people who are always ready to learn. They want to learn something new, so they are open to experience. Either almost free in for experience, or my for lesson free. And now say me and Kasa na mafa situation, and I miss you free. They are always ready to learn. They think outside the box. It's almost adventure kakra because some person said, say, "Hono, you get the sanguine in there, you get the phlegmatic in the melancholic in there, and you get the choleric in there." Because me person mission, I put in effort. I want to achieve a goal. Me person minya experience into I am into adventure. Sanguine, make cocoa, make share, and because I'm thinking outside. To think outside the box, it means why analysis. And I will say, way, a qua, me yes say, I say never. Then, entire to say 3 no into 1. You are open to experience.
Okay.
They are basi. Consensuous.
Manager outro.
They are church ocean one. They are basi. Yabeka say consensuousness. These are people that Yabeka say melancholics in dominating. Because they want their conscience is so high. They want to live by standards. Na ya set ya mayeno. Inti they are methodical. You can methodical. Perfectionist.
They don't break into. I am also or your student. You are sure they who what.
Inti say ya PS business and those are the people we go for.
Okay.
Their conscience is always high because they have to do something that they don't feel guilty. They have to do something that they feel it is good, it is socially acceptable.
I hope the teachers wash that as pass away prefect because prefect go.
I don't think so.
Say yeah nkɔ pepe but ebi wɔ hɔ no ma ye de ani na we de ne ho dwo. We de say no ye discipline. Ye mfa we but ye share them who say this is the person's personality. Inti no wɔ hɔ no. Inti no hwa obehu say melancholic womb, which dominates phlegmatic womb, and a choleric sound womb. Because yes, or per se, I want to come out as the best. I want to do things so that Obin come in. Until at the end of the day, I achieve my goal, and I achieve my goal. I mean, tia Obiana so phlegmatic, and because me and pepe, it makes me a melancholic. Until also 3 in 1. Identify but E near a extraversion, and the extraversion near extraversion, introversion, extroverts, introverts. Into extroverts, no, they take a more source of life if we are wanting external evaluation. Obia ka say a man holding to carry on. Into time I will feel say as I said nipa na reflective na nka we wo tena se na wo dwen ho a nka wo nyi say but nipa no because a lot of people around can say let's go for this, the person was moved by that. And most of the times sanguines again and they are extroverts, so the people's pepping more fans. Everybody wants to be around them and they are extroverts.
Such people, they help you release tension.
Yeah.
Same thing like I said, when you want a very good happy
like
life.
3 or 4 at my workplace.
Those people and the introverts, everything they do stems from within. Almost source of motivation. Almost think it be within. My dear, whatever they do, they always take the guilt so that they work on themselves. When extroverts, Becca say, say, and can you one come and say and I say my introverts will not do that. They will take responsibility for and they are back agreeableness. Then in the emotion they ask me lecture.
Whether you agree and I say
maybe such people agree to everything and I can't say agree.
No, if you are going by the name they are anyway, but yes, they also do that. They agree to things, but they are more into how they interact with people, into relationships. of more importance to them
than their own lives.
Oh, not than their own lives, but they place high value on relationships. Inti when you will not get them like that.
They want to keep the
relation. They have to. They want to keep
relationship
it.
is good though.
They will come back.
Very important.
They will come back and apologize. Yeah, maybe Bianca. Let's continue with life. Yes, and you will find the melancholics and melancholics and the phlegmatics most of the times doing those things. Because omono sebe omo kasa ni omo activity no kakra bi. Inti say omo pammo amo mo mo ni from
lonely life.
Yes. And phlegmatics are really lonely people. Most of the times they are so moody. I had to say omo any jesa. Like bibia be more money no. It's something little.
More than
it depends on say or they can say continue. It is either you are on the high side or on the low side, or you are swinging in between. Or high side there is a problem, or low side there is a problem. Yeah, so you have to be in between. There should be a balance. Okay. And then about neuroticism.
When then can be
neuroticism.
Neuroticism. Neuroticism.
Neuroticism.
Neuroticism. What you are if you talk to me what it? Neuroticism.
Most of the times they are emotionally stable.
Okay.
When it comes to emotional stability, they are there. And again, it goes to phlegmatics and melancholics. They are the loyal ones, the loyal people. Their emotions towards you, it doesn't change with circumstance. Why am I there? Intimate when you're fine. No. Why am I there? Then I can't want them. We are there.
I'm not there to make one so.
There is a personality. They are the people that. Oh, you are they are on chinko or mumu baby.
So I can't say your way and I bring it then. And never can unfortunate as actual. On function.
But that was it. Like I said, on to me near one. It's the other part of our non so no. That will get tired.
But and your friend the no or dominates that.
Still, or a deeper. So it will get tired. And these are the people that when they are on the low side, they become very emotionally unstable. And they want phobia. They love you because of the circumstances surrounding you. When it is not there,
forget it. Yeah.
And when it is, but these people, the neurotic people,
neuroticism,
exactly. They
neuroticism.
They are.
But your friend, your viewers into our discussion. But over to me, I can who was 0207566 0207566 Adia ya can want say, "Ope so bisa bibi efa wo de we bia you're not sure about who you are." Ana wunnim say we yes but wunni baby am fall it say ya tete happen ya identify your areas. Obetumi afre person ye che bibi nso obetumi afre na waka ya ho e studio ha. Neuroticism.
It's bringing it down to family life. Na family life na ye hwa o mama o papa they ebia baako falling in the upper ones, baako falling in the down ones. How are you combining them? In Pempini, it's important when you get to know who you are. Anything I'm just saying, yes, our topic, knowing me. When you get to know who you are, into me meaning say I am somebody who is open to experience. Mary obia mikunu obia oye extraversion hono. I'm open to experience or not say extravert. But I have 3 in 1 in there. Into although I always want to think outside the box, always want to do something new. So not there no cobro so I am there to tame him down.
Okay.
And that is because I know my husband. But in a case or don't and ya bom bibia yodo. So now both of us fall under the neurotic. So it can be that we are either on the low side or on the high side. when there is something I into near agree and talk because everything we are doing centers around emotions. Centers around emotions. Into your mind, they are more emotional than being logical.
But you know, I have a question. You go back to choleric, phlegmatic areas. I know someone also full. Okachem say he had a situation with some two people. And you come share. Okay. Obia sem na no say. It looks like almost the same temperament to momo. The relationship made me deny better than when he was dating someone who was opposite on only temperament. And I was asking how that was possible.
I think that is possible.
It's very possible. When a melancholic and a melancholic marry, it's very nice.
And now come if you are say entrene asheshe ne pepe.
Yeah.
Who kodane na
Hey, really?
Yes, I know 2 people who are married and they are melancholics. The guy is a melancholic, the woman is a melancholic.
So it's possible.
It's very possible. But Obano, sanguine kakra, fried. Obeman melancholy no, doso. But when a kakra inti, I had to say, Nije beba Obano, and maybe obe ha obeman.
And yes, Obiat and baby.
Because to say yempefin, yaw oma, because obsessive compulsive, baby pepe. Into to say what ba, ya prior them, ebia be. 1 week common prayer, but you will never know that prayer because of saying no arrange you or saying no keep you. And this is me. This is my husband. Me, if I am a melancholic, me person be messy up. Also, one person me messy up. You need keeping. What will be the source of it? Natural.
No, by the way, initial to it will be fine. I'm not paid student as I'm never.
But if you want to make it yen to me in control pepe because near happen around us sometimes goes beyond yen to the environment. But by knowing I try to put myself in your shoes to understand you. Enti se me bana we you shoe egu baby na me melancholic na first day maker, second day maker, third day ma be hu say sa na wote enti me bana egu ho I'll just pick it and go and put it down gradually. And you know when you live with people I just say nipa no we see nebo say on sua hwemfiri wo ho just a nipa na see nebo say send ya metin sa na metin. And then I was reading something and be say don't think that send ya wote and want to mean sasa na wote sabi nobody wants nonsense obiara waro just because me dey sa na mete omo taka me dey sa na enche ni eja omo ho because sa na wote na say want to me modify omo a me so mean to me fa wo sa nkosi ewie. And sometimes it's not like change doesn't come consciously. By my way of life enti say me bana way ye go first day maka mafa, second day maka, third day maka, now meba why me say so we ba dream ma debi wo hono ma me dey on penisa and I say why na we so you mess up the place for both of you. Into necessary to us it means you are gradually learning something. Into learning and I would modify to be a better person. And nipa na so jai complaining, it means gradually the person is trying to understand you or just trying to cope with you.
So there's something, a change in the two.
Yeah. Into your nip way now way is trying to adjust with situations. But in a case where obi feel say debiano niameyen wunti na woma meyen, it means the person is not ready to learn. Onipa debia bibi obeye biano. It means the person is not learning and is not ready to learn. And the person feels that this is me. Most of the time, those are the sanguines and the cholerics. Because, that domineering, especially the cholerics, it is me. Our ego is so high that the manly, me.
Is it men who are choleric?
No, women are.
You know, never choleric boss.
Manly means the fact that we know that omo was so they omo share so. So a woman can be choleric, but we say that you are behaving like a man. because society has made us understand say obema no to me sure bas but or maybe almost share remember so almost share so fucking remember na cry eh better oh yeah if you are not lucky now we nya boss beat say unfortunately some of na yenyo as leaders I can say oba be leader it's so unfortunate that some of them are cholerics who have become leaders. And because they have, if they are leaders, they are good leaders because productivity they are there. Yes, they are there, but in managing others, because you work with people, and you live in a society. In a society, so flexible, a bit flexible for more on that. Almost obey to me and making input. Sabi Kasenyan say ni ba kutim. Into although you are a good leader,
you should allow
the analytical thinker who is a melancholic can give you one shotter and no crown ujina so a bit boomy business no whatever. But because the BIFL say me na me leader say me leader you know, then we ignore all other people.
It is a way say ubenya if you only say you're melancholic and if you're partly oh yeah
I think they have a questionnaire of
that question now
David about that maybe about the fact say you know these are the traits that you have, the temperament you have. Is there a way along the line now if you are two way but me as not to the other two? Is there a way like that?
I bet to me and you can modify it but change totally. Yes and no, question mark. But there can be that modification. I know say bet me have any change. It say me na me choleric, not me if anything phlegmatic. They be a major no fee. If it is any major because we are slow, and we are now adjusting to each other. Oh yeah, it's a me Pierre come say me when we na it can't wait. I hope I quit. And you know the phlegmatics, they are that. They are. Me person me coach meeting. Okay. Me home buy fan na. Oh, share shame ne okay.
Can you imagine?
So it's like oh, now be yo mubiano. They are tough skin too now.
Oh no, but that's bad.
It's not like that is
what point is good. As a shame found like well whether you exist or not I don't care.
Situation now should be
Abrabone do baby
yours is on display. But who say yes and so who now would they be our mojashi and then now con it gets to a time you also learn to calm down. It's in a way no so need influence Emma abras, and that is where you think.
No, but where does your influence come in here? Or no, they are tough skin now, not here. How?
You can't be tough skin all the time.
It's not like or a tough skin sheen to me. I said earlier on, say you know what interest woman or what energy or they carrying it out. But near own interest now, wo shannon or but at a slow pace. Pay your standard. What else? Because I don't know what present here. They nothing or dream. They don't do things impofrim. Nyomu baby and idea. So they have calculated steps. Like they don't just wake up and say oh my sorry. No. It's not like they don't deal with emergency situations. I know, but my life generally, it's planned. They are good. They are good planners. They are very good planners. Into one sebe o de ne heja na wa sorry afa wo be unse most of their personalities the same ways they do before they think. But these people think before they do.
And I also will be some question say can you change to the me for instance growing up I didn't like people. Like it's me, my family, house, me pay me down for. But when I went to medical school, I realized that I can make money from my classmates. So I intentionally started making friends so that they can buy my sobolo and my fruit juice. That was my intention. So I thought about it and I realized that if I become a little friendly, I can make money. So
And it doesn't hurt.
oh, it doesn't hurt because it was a coping mechanism. I say, on a good day, I won't open up to you, but for the sake of what I am doing, I have to smile at you, and it was intentional. So I once told someone that personally I don't like people, but for the sake of my business, I intentionally smile at people and I open up to people so that my business too can
And so
run.
many years down the line, you realize that change has helped you.
Yes, and now I can see people and I can speak my mind and I don't come in bumpo. There be now how friend me memfa.
Now,
Obi to say is the thing that happened in the environment and a shaping.
This year I met her she family happy go lucky person and then me now much na me now in your house job na me and uncle by now coming na me sremo baby me share na nchi me jimeni.
Adventurous.
Have you identified yourself in any of these things?
Oh yeah, I have. I've picked something, but I think that Samusha mama brabo mamu there. Kushabi
And a personal,
personal. But I think in fact seriously, I think that with the old people, you know,
who are the old people?
The openness, sense of openness to experience. I mean, I love to, you know, be a little inquisitive.
So sanguine kakra or your sanguine kakra.
Hey, because you can't meet her and you will not smile.
That is it. She's crazy everywhere. Sanguine kakra. Openness to experience.
Yeah, but at a point in the at a point, I think a little bit of the choleric. Sometimes me peda ya yedibness and yeah.
Now openness in him.
And I make you know, I've identified some of the things we are talking about, and I can confidently say for openness in the show. Because even though I'm the happy type, I want us to be, you know, but when there's business we have to do and you're not doing it, I get so worked up.
They should tell you,
you get it. I am you know, that kind of thing. So I think that is where I have identified myself.
Sister, where are you?
As for me, I know that I'm a melancholic, but I intentionally become a phlegmatic when I'm not interested in what you are doing, and then I shudder. But when I'm in my elements, and then because everyone has said me like I'm not interested. Even if you bring it to my doorstep, like I am not interested, like I don't care. And so I'm then like family, like I'll just look at you.
And that's the look I don't like. It makes me look stupid. Gosh.
And sometimes that one is intentional.
What's the one watching? What's the?
Oh no.
Oh, maybe they mean.
And I wish me a come. It's sister also sharing. They say you see openness to experience, seeing it
consensuous. And that is where I am.
Okay.
Maybe be a pepe.
And they are no crap. I am no crap because first time we ran into them. Babu born in your man, name Panacha said what to. Honestly, now she will come. But baby, me feel I'm buying.
Anything goes. Okay. And now, Edinburgh, probably be a pepe.
Oh, yeah, be a pepe. And I don't do things I have not thought about. Into who me say, hey, Uncle Badnama, sorry, do it hardly. Once a while, those times I say, if I want to be crazy, you know,
that you're crazy.
Oh, I know I have that bit of a sanguine, but dear walk so
I just say when
one day
activate.
So if I get somebody like
then it's a cognac trait. Because sometimes I can say
now you to look for your places.
No, because I can sit and I can plan a party and all I have to do is to just get a few people and the party has started. Once my laptop works, music. Yes, to me and the part 5 me feel for a gadaya party. It's a boy be away. I want to say a boy but in Washa. So you see.
Can it be said by tribes? You know, you bet me up as Shadaka said.
Tribe we are group
with this group of people.
Because one say you can win in environment. Culture is a play in the environment. Into your way of life. Into sebe e be craping for in say no mo ye
boko no.
Oh yeah, they are more melancholic and it's by their way of life, you know, say sankrofo we say no mo dominate.
Na your crop for ye infant for
life is short. So culture is definitely a play. Into one share obia who sebe odi bibia kan about environment but internet say access so to if you want to know your temperament or your personality yeah say testing ma but before then you know bekasa nti nkomo ni mu no by nema wo kika na me na ansa na me de test ne be ma wo. I have a fair idea who you are. It's testing is just to confirm what I think you are. Into never confirm. Any normally area they share a juma you are best with. To say unfortunately no, or mine say your mind more yeshin. Ama once also be BMA mama just because you want to make ends meet. Banki ye shemu pa ye wonko fu be bromu ye juma ene enough but they are still not happy. Ye will be a oye ne kakra but oye okay because ne personality ne any ejuma no they go.
Okay.
It's not event planners.
Yes, they are good sanguines.
No.
Say and I make us
event planners decoy bibia na che say ni je nkwa.
Where they are now a groupie wa it matches you with possible job opportunities. So unya satisfaction comes from reading. So no matter the salary, no matter you are okay.
Imagine a phlegmatic or nurse. Hey,
oh no mom so bet you see the right or bet you say
and omo ya no ma bono me
bibia ye okay.
We are bad on mo go na mo na mo hwe.
But you know that nini nano ya one positives so and ya one negatives. And ya one crofobia they are negatives no they are managing it with their interaction with people.
Okay.
So the negatives are there but you don't really see them. Into obi bet me I say and it looks like everybody is saying something good. Obi shut down to me identify baby born e woni pa ne ho.
Okay. Person briefly over ocean asoma because our time is up one more fear no I'm sure they want to rewrite obi on choy no person sancho ocean the meaning of it and then probably the temperament na we say ehhehhe hon briefly in summary na
only
openness
to experience
baby openness na
conscientiousness.
So conscious
and extraversion introvert extrovert and agreeable
then
neuroticism.
Just to summarize watch our mama
and your macanin since you who say yes baby and your mom more outside they don't have an excuse or make okay it is sayaki can say ni din cry na sebe to me to me but you know that just a name maybe I'm any saying it means saying na me na me say but in all instances no as I say you the people around us yen to me saying cause me they say na me you live in a society we don't live in a jungle so far as we yet say society mu dear na ye ni nipa din kita ho na ye hye nipa de as I say to me stream be free yen ho and we can only do that when we know the other person, we understand the other person.
Know the other person and understand the other person. Why wouldn't you so I'm sure say nyama kakra ya bobo so it will help you to know where exactly you fit in. Maybe say match one or two, but maybe I'm messing up test. I'm not sure exactly where I fall. Thank you all for joining us. Unfortunately, in the lines kakra until we couldn't really pick calls. Forgive us, but nyame adoma the next time we meet I'm sure that the lines will be working, everything will be on course now. Wait to me adjoin here our studio. Yeah, but say yeah that ecophobia assay. Say I so bolo see ni minim say yeah if you here ecophobia started. I yellow wild. CHATROOM milk. Ecophobia no wild to say I almost started. Openness and one for. Maybe started touching it. And then put them over 7,000.
So when's no?
We thank Fortune Juices, Auntie Fosti, God bless you always. And there were my CHATROOM milk. Sometimes or my so below, other times fruit juices are whole robbie. We hear fortune juices for any of your programs as here. For local settings now, just call them on 0244 508818. 0244-508818. Fortune juices. Omobeya dia wo hwehwe nyina kama ama. Wo hwe ye ntade a ya hwehwe wa hande dia as a jumpsuit ne for black and white stance. We owe it all to Jalk Fashion Boutique. Jalk Fashion Boutique. Omo Cape Coaster, ewo Anchorfold Junction. Shop number konso ewo Abra. If you need to call on them for any occasion, whether it is office wear, party wear, wigs, whatever wear, and then they have wigs, salon or honor, anything you need. From head to toe, yes, from head to toe. Just call Jalk Fashion Boutique on 0542787102. 0542787102. Ofra omobeje also. Gem Beauty Care, ye nima fefe, you try eyebrow name, nyama fefe ne de betina ha. We owe it all to Gem Beauty Care in association with Becky K Spa and Salon Services. God bless you all so much. You can call Gem Beauty Care on 02077922101. 0207792101. Ufra almost ombejo, so make up for all occasions. They'll be there to sort you out. We want to thank you for joining us once again. Yamiya Adoma Ebesan Asia. Thank you all for joining us. And they are special guests in Naya, but we are special. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. Sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you all so much. Team members, Nyami Ensha Mudebia, Nyami Sham Bibi, Yamiya Adoma Ebesa Asia. Bye bye.
Bye.